Bismillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi yassir wa la tu'assir wa tammim bil khair. La nazalu nuhill at-tamarina lid-dars al-khamis. So we are still doing the exercises for lesson number 5. وآمل أن نكملها والمفردات أيضا اليوم وإن شاء الله I hope that we will complete the exercises and the vocabulary today. So let's begin from exercise number 9. So it's on the pattern of قال يقول قل and صاغ يصوغ صغ. فعل الأمر صغ أسماء الفاعلين من الأفعال الآتية. So we have to form the verbs from the following. We have to form the file or ism file from the following verbs. وَذْكُرْ نَوْعَ, and then we have to mention the kind of. وَذْكُرْ نَوْعَ كُلِّ فِعْلٍ, of every verb. مِنْهَا عَلَى النَّحْوِ التَّالِي, on the following pattern. So now we have to make asma al-fa'ilin. That's number 1, the doer. And then we have to mention the kind of every verb form on the following pattern. For example, we have here hajja, and naw'uhu is muda'af. Ismul fa'il al-masugh minhu hajjun, and asluhu hajijun. All right. So we have jalasa, naw'uhu as-sahih. What will be ismul fa'il? Jalisun, and the form jalisun, and the asluhu, the original form, is also jalisun. So we will only talk about the verbs that go through changes. Similarly, we have akala. Naw'uhu al-mahmuz. Al-mahmuz al-fa. Ismul fa'il akilun. Akilun, all right. Then we have sa'ala. It is also mahmuz, but this is mahmuz al-ain, right? Mahmuz al-ain, yes. And ismul fa'il will be sa'ilun. Then we have qara'a, and naw'uhu mahmuz al-lam. Okay, and ismul fa'il minhu qari'un. Excellent. Qari'un. Then we have waqafa. Okay, waqafa is al-mithal al-wawi. Excellent. Mithal al-wawi. Okay, and ismul fa'il minhu waqifun. Okay. Then we have shakka, yashukku.
Mud'af.
Excellent. It's a muda'af, as we have over here. Yes, muda'af. Okay, what will be the ismul fa'il? Shakun. And asluhu will be the same, on the same pattern, shakikun, and after the changes it becomes shakun. Okay, then we have taba yatubu, so it's ajwaf wawi. Okay, fahuwa
Ta'ibun.
Excellent. Ta'ibun. Okay, excellent. So actually we have to insert only hamza with kasra, and then we have to put the mean here, and it becomes ta'ibun. Okay, and asluhu ta'wibun, and after the changes it becomes ta'ibun, as we know that waw changes into hamza. Okay, ghaba.
Ghaibun is ajwaf ya.
It's ajwaf ya'i. Yes, it's ya'i. So it will be ghaba yaghibu, and it will be ghaibun. However, asluhu is ghajibun, and we know that whenever waw and ya they come after alif, they change into hamza. So it will be ghaibun. Shafa yashfi.
Is naqis.
Al-naqisu al-ya'iyu. Excellent. And ismul fa'il minhu shafin. Yes, it's naqis ya'i, and it will be yes, shafin. And the original form will be shafiyun, right? The ya changes into alif maqsura. Raja yarju. Raja yarju. I have given you the hint. Yarju. Yes.
يرجو اسم ناقص واوي أستاذ.
Naqis wawi. Excellent. And fahuwa rajin.
راجن
Rajin. Yes. And asluhu rajiwan. Rajiwan. Excellent. MashaAllah. And this is like these are the details as we have discussed now. So if you would like to have a look in detail, you can see all the changes or all the changes that we have discussed now. For example, hajja, al-mudaf, hajjun, and hajijun. Similarly, jalasa, akala, and all the details are here. Ta'ammali al-mathala, and now we have to reflect on the example. Lism al-maf'uli for the object or for the passive article, al-masughi, which is formed, min al-fi'l al-ajwaf al-wawi, which is formed from ajwaf wawi. Thumma akmal al-naqisa, and then we have to complete the incomplete. As we can see here, qila, it's basically qala yaqulu, and we know that this is a unique verb form which is used to make passive, which is qila, and this is the one and only, which is instead of qila, it is qila. And ismul maf'ul will be maqulun. Only one change takes place. It is basically maqbulun, and the one waw, the first waw gets dropped, or we can say either we say the first waw gets dropped and the dhamma is transferred to qaf, or we say the second waw is dropped and the dhamma is transferred to qaf, so it becomes maqulun. As we know that like dhamma is normally heavy on the waw, and it is compatible when dhamma comes before it. So that's why they change or transfer it to. If there is a sakin letter before it, then it will be transferred to the sakin letter. So it becomes maqulun. Maqulun, okay. Zara yazuru, and its passive is zira. Okay. And what will be the ismul maf'ul?
Mazrurun.
Mazrurun.
مزور
Mazurun will be the original
Asl.
form. Yeah, okay. And asluhu will be mazburun. Mazburun, and as we have discussed, one waw gets dropped, and then this dhamma will be transferred to the letter that comes before it when it is sakin, so it becomes mazurun. Lama yalumu, to blame someone. He was blamed, lima, and if we want to make ismul maf'ul from that, it will be malumun. Malumun, excellent. Malumun, and aslahu malwumun. Malwumun. All right. Now, as we can see here, that in Arabic, passive forms can come on two patterns. Either it can be from the verb itself, which is like from qala we have qila, zara we have zira, and lama we have lima. Also, we can get the derived mushtaqat as we are discussing. We can also get the derived form of the verb which will be on the pattern of maf'ulun, which is also used as passive. And this is the diversity of the Arabic language. Sometimes we will see that in the Quran, the verb is used as itself, like as we can see here, وَإِذَا قِيلَ لَهُمْ, it's used a lot in the Quran. And similarly, sometimes it can be on the pattern of the receiver of the action, which is mushtaq. However, both of them, whenever they are used in Arabic language, both of them will be passive. May it be the verb itself, or may it be the derived form of the verb, which is ismul maf'ul. Both of them will have the same meaning. And now we can see that if we see here the verse of the Quran, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم فتولى عنهم فما أنت بملوم. Okay, what kind of ma is this? I hope you don't forget.
Hijaziyah.
Hijaziyah. And we know that sometimes there is a combination of ma with ba. Ma with ba, as we can see here. So فَتَوَلَّ عَنْهُمْ فَمَا أَنْتَ بِمَلُومٍ. Okay, now one more thing that you need to, okay, here is, so leave them, O Muhammad, for you are not to be blamed. So here it has been used as the derived form, which is on the pattern of ismul maf'ul. Again, the same text, so we don't need to analyze further. It's تأمل المثال الاسم المفعول المصوغي من الفعل الأجوف اليائي. So now the only change that has taken place, and now we have أجوف يائي. Okay, what is أجوف يائي, by the way? I hope you remember that. So ثم أكمل الناقصة, and then we have to complete the incomplete. Yes, أجوف يائي. What is أجوف يائي? When the second
letter is ya.
Second letter is
when the second
kalima.
عين الكلمة is ya. Excellent.
Yeah.
عين الكلمة is ya. So as we can see here, باع يبيع, and the verb form itself will be بيع, but when we look at the derived form, اسم المشتق منه, it will be مبيع, and أصله مبيوع. And this change is completely different. We discussed about this in book number 2, in case you want to see how these changes take place. But here we will only look at the patterns and write them down here or discuss about them. Similarly, we have kala yakilu, to measure, and the verb form is kila. And what will be ismul maf'ul?
Makilun.
Makilun, excellent. Makilun. And asluhu will be makiyulun.
Makyurun.
Excellent. Then we have zada yazidu, and the passive form is zida, and the derived form will be mazidun. Excellent. Mazidun. And the original form is mazyudun. Okay, mazyudun. All right. So do you remember any verse of the Quran where we have this kalima, mazidun?
Halim talata hal min mazid.
Yes, Fahil.
يوم تقول لجهنم هل امتلأت.
يوم نقول لجهنم.
يوم نقول لجهنم
يوم نقول لجهنم هل امتلأت.
فتقول فهل من مزيد. Let's see. Yes, let's see. I'm sure it's over there. فتقول هل من مزيد. Sorry, yeah. So we need to be very careful when we're talking about the verses of the Quran. يوم نقول لجهنم هل امتلأت وتقول هل من مزيد. So نقول refers
Not
to,
far.
yeah, not far, as I said. Yeah, we need to be careful.
And taqulu is where the Jahannam is responding.
Yes, excellent. So naqulu refers to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and taqulu refers to the Jahannam here. So she will respond. Yawma, the day, naqulu li Jahannama, and Jahannama, as we can see here, it has fatha instead of kasra. So that means this is also mamnuun min as-sarf. Li Jahannama halim talati wa taqulu, and it says, or she says, hal min mazid, are there some more? So mazidun again. We know that here, if you remember about the use of min, it is like in everyday, in normal Arabic, we will say that this is min az-zaida, but here it is used for emphasis. وَتَقُولُ هَلْ مِن مَزِيدٍ. And we have discussed that before this, there has to be question or nafi, and after that, the noun has to be nakira, as we can see over here. All right, may Allah forgive us. And then we have, again, تأمل المثال لاسم المفعول المصوغ من الفعل الناقص الواوي. And now we have ناقص واوي. ثم أكمل الناقص. And then we have to complete the incomplete. The يدعو, so ناقص means when the third root letter is either waw or ya. So here we are talking about when the third root letter is waw. So it's da'wa yad'u, and after changes it becomes da'a yad'u. The verb form will be du'iya, and the derived form will be mad'uun, and asluhu mad'u, and then we have one. And we know that when we have two vowels together, then we will implement the rules of idgham. We will merge them, and then it becomes mad'uun. Okay, tala yatlu, the real form is tuliya, the verb form. And what will be the derived form?
Matluun.
Matluun, excellent. And the original form is matluun. Okay. Raja yarju, rujiya, and the derived form will be
Marjiun.
marjuun. On the pattern of matluun. So marjuun, and then we have marjuun. So the waw gets dropped over here. And then we have here, on these two verbs haven't been used like the passive form of mad'uwan and like mad'uwan, matluwan, and marjuwan, they haven't been used in the Quran. However, ذَلِكُمْ بِأَنَّهُ إِذَا دُعِيَ. So as we can see here, so sometimes, as I said, sometimes the passive form will be used by itself, and sometimes we will see that the derived form is used in the Quran, like in the previous example, هَلْ مِن مَزِيدٍ, and now we can see over here, إِذَا دُعِيَ اللَّهُ وَحْدَهُ كَفَرْتُمْ. Okay,
But both will refer to the same meaning, Ustad.
exactly.
Both will refer to the same meaning.
Both will be passive.
Okay.
Both of them are passive. Yes.
Okay.
So,
But is there any condition that we should use this passive and this passive, or it can be interchangeably used?
Interchangeably used. And in the Quran, of course,
Okay.
we know that they are used like according to, as they have been revealed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But in our everyday life, we can choose whatever. And most of the times, inshallah, you will get used to it. For example, if something is needed, instead of saying, we say like something is needed, we say matlub instead of tuliba. And for example, you are needed, we will say anta matlubun instead of saying anta tuliba. And similarly, if something is lost for somebody, and they say like al-jawalu mafqudun, like if something is lost, mafqud, lost. Like in English, we use lost, right? So it will be mafqudun, and it won't be fuqida. Instead of fuqida, you will see it is mafqudun. And in the Quran, we have very good, beautiful example, ghayril maghdubi. So instead of ghudiba, we have ghayril maghdubi. So it's like, it depends how it is used in the Quran. Okay, one more thing. Have you noticed over here? They will be told. Where is they will be told? ذَلِكُمْ بِأَنَّهُ. And also,
it has been dropped, Ustad.
قِيلَ لَهُمْ. So it will be basically قِيلَ لَهُمْ. They will be told. But it's as we see that's why we are learning the Arabic language, so that when we are like, because we wouldn't have the translation all the time. So sometimes it's difficult to connect the ayah with the ayah. Like the connection is lost sometimes when we are reciting or reading by ourselves. So translation helps us that this is the connection, and based on that, inshallah, we will be able to figure out. So the first task is to read the translation carefully and try to figure out if something is like dropped or not, something is mahdhuf or not. And sometimes dhalika, as you can see here, is also
Exactly. Always it comes in Surah Al-Muhammad, but
yes, that is
it
because,
means that sometimes,
yes,
that is because. Okay.
That is because.
That means,
so sometimes,
that means qila lahum, it means it will be told to them that is because of that.
Exactly. Yes. Yes. Because this is ba. If you see ba over there, you know ba is like causative. It is used for reason, and dhalika is basically used like ismul ishara, that. But sometimes it is used, it will be told, dhalikum, that is because. So also here, kum basically is used for tum, kafartum. And you will see very few examples in the Quran that you will see that like dhalika, and therefore you will also see like dhaliki, and similarly dhalikum. So whenever you see that, it means you have to look for the noun that it is used for, or the verb that it is used for. So that verb or that noun will be compatible according to the attached pronoun that we have over here. So it's not only dhalika, because dha is ismul ishara, ka is ka al-mukhatab, the one who is being. So it could be ka, kuma, kum, ki, kuma, kunna. It could be dhalikunna, and a dhalikunna, it will be antunna, if you notice in the Quran. Dhalikumullahu, because dhalikumullahu, that is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So since Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is used like in the plural form, like in the Quran, out of honor and respect, so that's why it will be dhalikum, and then it will be dhalikumullahu. So if you notice from today, you will see that sometimes we have only dhalika, and sometimes we have the dhalika and kuma and kum, and dhaliki and kuma and kunna. So it will be used according to the person, or according to the one or the mukhatab that is used in that verse of the Quran. Context. It could be context, it could be a noun, and it could be a verb as well. Basically in the verb, we know that there is inbuilt noun. It's basically dhalikum antum kafartum. So it's basically used for antum, as we know that. So these are minute details that we won't really find in the books of like Sarf and Nahw. And that's why these small details, we need to note them down, and they will help us to, inshallah, to understand Quran. And just to get rid of that, like sometimes confusion we have in the brain, like why I only know dhalika, but why we have dhalikum, or why we have dhaliki, or why we have dhalikuma. So inshallah, this will help you a lot. تأمل المثالة الاسم المصوغي من الفعل الناقص اليائي. So for every form of the verbs, starting from sahih, and then mahmuz, and then we have muda'af, and then we have ajwaf wawi and ajwaf ya'i, and then we have naqis wawi and naqis ya'i. For all of them, for ism al-fa'il and ism al-maf'ul, we have like 2 to 3 examples. So based on these examples, we can expand our learning of the Arabic language. Now we have bana yabni, and this one is exact on the pattern of buniya, is on the pattern of fu'ila. So here the pattern doesn't change. It only changes in ajwaf. In ajwaf, it comes on the pattern of fila, like qila, siqa. But the rest of the forms of the verb, it will be exactly on the pattern of fu'ila. So bana yabni, buniya, and ism al-maf'ul will be mabniyun, and mabniyun, something that is constructed, something that is built, and asluhu mabnuyun. Then we have qala yaqli, and we have quliya, qala yaqli, quliya. And qala means to fry, I guess, right? And then we have, all right, so we will, maqliyun, something that is fried. Asluhu maqluyun, asluhu maqluyun. So today we have like some terms of the barbecue. Then we have shawa yashwi, to grill, and then we have shuwiya, and mashwiyun, yeah. Samakun mashwiyun, yeah, grilled fish, if you have the chance to eat, yes.
Get the chicken over here.
Yes, the jad mashwi, yeah, that's right. And maqliyun, like batatas, normally they are maqli, they are fried. And we have mashwiyun, and from that we have mashwiyun. Kawayakwi, kuwiya, and mabniyun, on the pattern of as well, it will be, sorry?
Makwiyun.
Excellent, makwiyun, and asluhu makwuyun. And then I have added one as well, tawayatwi, and from tawayatwi we have tuwiya, and from tuwiya we have matwiyun, folded, to fold something, matwiyun, and asluhu matwuyun. And that's the reason why I basically added this, to bring a verse from the Quran. وَمَا قَدَرَ اللَّهَ حَقَّ قَدْرِهِ وَالْأَرْضُ جَمِيعًا قَبْضَتُهُ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ وَالسَّمَاوَاتُ مَطْوِيَّاتٌ بِيَمِينِهِ مَطْوِيَّاتٌ. So also we need to see over here that whenever we have ismul fa'il or ismul maf'ul, let's not forget to make the feminine as well. For example, maqliyun, maqliyatun, mabniyun, mabniyatun, and matwiyun, matwiyatun, and the plural of matwiyatun will be matwiyatun. Matwiyatun, yes, folded, okay. And as we can see here, and the heavens will be folded in his right hand. So وَمَا قَدَرَ اللَّهَ حَقَّ قَدْرِهِ أو حَقَّ قَدْرِهِ وَالْأَرْضُ جَمِيعًا قَبْضَتُهُ will be in his fist, right? قَبْضَتُهُ entirely will be with his grip on the day of resurrection, يوم القيامة, on the day of judgment, وَالسَّمَاوَاتُ مَطْوِيَّاتٌ بِيَمِينِهِ, and the heavens will be folded in his right hand. Subhanallah. So when we look at the skies, we think like they are so big, and let's see what's gonna happen. Just they will be folded, like we fold a paper, and that's it. ذَلِكُمُ اللَّهُ, that is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Sugh asma al-maf'ulina, and again sugh we have to form asma al-maf'ulina min al-af'al al-atiyati. So we have to make asma al-maf'ul, which is the passive forms of the noun. وَذْكُرْ نَوْعَ كُلِّ فِعْلٍ, and then we have to mention the form of every, or the kind of every fi'l, or the every verb, minha ala nahwi al-ati, on the following pattern. So we can see here shawa and al-naqis al-ya'i, and ism al-maf'ul al-masugh minhu mashwiyun, and asluhu mashwuyun. All right. Kutiba. So this is na'uhu as-sahih. Okay. And kutiba, from kutiba it will be maktubun. Kutiba, maktubun. Okay. Ukhida, it's mahmuz, it has hamza. And what will be the ismul maf'ul?
Ma'khuzun.
Excellent, ma'khudun, perfect. Then we have su'ila. He was asked.
مسؤول
Mas'ulun, okay. So su'ila, he was asked. So it is mahmuz, and mas'ulun, someone who is responsible, someone who will be asked. So in this context, it is used someone who is responsible. Quriya, it was read.
مقروء.
Maqru'un, excellent. Maqru'un, yes, something that is read. Surra, it's basically from surra yasiru. Surra muda'af, okay, excellent.
مضاعف
Yes.
مسرور
Masrurun,
Masrurun.
perfect. Masrurun. Wuzina, so surra is muda'af. Wuzina is mithal. So
مثال
yes.
موزون
Mawzunun, excellent. Mawzunun, perfect. Then we have from sana yasunu, we have sina. Masunun, excellent.
مسنون.
La, masunun. La, this is sana yasunu. Masunun.
Okay.
It will be
That
maswunun.
is
Maswunun.
like to sculpt something, right, Ustad? The other one is to sculpt, is it?
Yeah, I think no, there is no qalb over here. Because maybe you're getting
Okay.
confused with the noon. Noon will remain in the end. So it will be
Okay.
masunun. Masunun. Yes, masunun. The original form is maswunun. So you see, if we have maswunun, we drop one vaw. And you know that vaw will transfer its dhamma to sad, so it becomes masunun. Okay, then we have, so what kind of verb is this? Ajwaf? Wawi, as you can see, waw over there.
أجرف واوي
Okay, then we have nusiya. Yes.
Nasa.
Yes, so nasa is nasiya yansa basically.
نسيا
Nasiya yansa. Naqis ya'i. Mansiyun. Excellent. Mansiyun. Mansiyun. And original is aslahu mansuyun. Mansuyun. Yes. So قالت يا ليتني مت قبل هذا وكنت نسيا منسيا, as we can see over here. So yeah, she said, oh, that I would have died before this, and referring to Maryam alayhi salam, and would have been something gone, forgotten. So وَكُنْتُ نَسْيًا مَنْسِيًّا. So that's why everything that we are learning is for a reason. And if you're now if you're able to figure out all these minor things, in fact, they are not minor, they will help us a lot, that like in what context it is used. And now you see here, it is ismul maf'ul, and it is in the form of nasb. Yeah, so it is mansub, and it is used in the form of mansub as well, because we have to remember that when we derive a noun, the derived noun can be marfu, mansub, and majroor. For example, maktubun, maktuban, maktubin, mansurun, mansuran, mansurin. And then we will see how it is used in the sentence, whether it is used as a file in the place of the doer, or it is used in the place of mansub, the receiver of the action, or it is used as majroor after preposition, or mudaf, mudaf alayh. So ismul maf'ul can be.
This is maf'ul mutlaq is.
That's right, maf'ul mutlaq. Yes. Here wakuntu fail plus file, and we know that ismu kana is marfu and khabaru kana is mansub. So it is mansub. Nasiyan is mansub because it is it's khabaru kana. It's khabaru kana, and mansiya is used as, it can be used as hal. It can be also used as maf'ul mutlaq. Both of them are possible. Akuntu nasiyam mansiya, and would have been something gone, forgotten. Both.
Say now first we can say the tarkib. Kuntuna kana khabar, kana khabar.
Ismu kana is basically ana.
Okay.
Ana is inbuilt, yeah. So ana is
Ana.
Yeah, so ana is
Ana.
inbuilt. Yeah. Yani ana kuntu. So
But
kana is fail, ana is file, and nasiyan is we know that ismu, this is ismu kana, and this is khabaru kana. So this is
after ismul maf'ul
maf'ul mutlaq. Yes, because it has the same root letters. It has the same root letters like nasiya, And we know that maf'ul mutlaq normally has the same root letters, okay? So, but we have to see that whether nasa yansi fahuwa nasin. And if we look at, like, we have to look at the masdar. So if the masdar is mansiyun, then we will say that it is used as maf'ul mutlaq. But if this is not the masdar, then we will say that it is used as hal in the place of hal. In any case, it is used as mansub, and it can be also mansub sifa as well. Both of them are possible. It depends like how they are used. And inshallah, when we further explore the text, we will discuss in detail like how it is used. As of now, if you want to know more about it, you can go to Quran Corpus. We discussed about this as well before in book 2. That website is very good website, Quran Corpus, and it will definitely give you the idea like how it is used, and you will get like almost 90% of the idea you will get from this website. It's all in English. And then 100% inshallah, when we start Arab al-Quran is totally in Arabic. And so we will get a clear picture of everything, like how it is used, whether it is used as hal or it is used as maf'ul mutlaq, or how it is used. However, in Quran corpus, you will definitely get the idea whether it is hal or it is used as in the place of maf'ul mutlaq. And these are the details of what we have discussed already here. So as it was like, as we can see here, it is masunun, just to confirm. So it will be masunun, and all of them are over here, and you can have a look whenever you have time. And inshallah, the best thing would be you have to write them down. Once you write them down, they will help you a lot, and inshallah, you will never forget again. So this is like one-time investment that we have to do. We have to look at the original form, and then we have to look at the derived form, because only these weak verbs, only they change. And there are only 2 weak verbs, waw and ya. There aren't so many. So waw and ya, either they are replaced by each other or they are replaced by themselves. So that's the only thing that we have to see, and that's it, inshallah. So once you practice a lot about them, it will be clearer to you. Istakhrij. So istakhrij on the pattern of istaghfir, if you can remember that. So istakhrij min ad-darsi, from the lesson. What we have to, okay, asma, what will be the i'rab, what will be the ending of asma?
Asma'i.
Asma'il.
Why?
Ad-darsi.
La, how many times we have discussed?
Al-asma'ul fa'il.
Istakhrij is fi'l al-amr. Please remember that whenever
Mudaf alayhi, sir.
Al-asma'a.
I am asking the ending of asma. Look, whenever you see
Asma'ul fa'ilina.
how, whenever you see jar majroor, keep it out of the context.
This is
Okay. Istakhrij fi'l al-amr.
Asma.
Asma al
Asma
Asma'a.
Yes, of course, because this is, I'm saying this is
Fi'l
fi'l
Should be
al-amr, yeah.
maf'ul bihi after that.
Yes, exactly. So this is fail plus file. Every fail al-amr has inbuilt doer, anta, yani anta tastakhrij. So istakhrij, even though you don't know this verb form, but if I'm telling you that this is fail al-amr, you should be able to know that the noun that follows it will be mansub. So now, yes, Irfan, now we can say that asma is mudaf, fa'ilina wal maf'ulina, they are mudaf ilayh. Asma al fa'ilina wal maf'ulina. So now we have to derive, or we have to extract the nouns of like active particle and passive particle. Wadhkur asla kulli wahidin minha, and then we have to mention the original of all of them. As I said, once we have to look at that, what is the original form. Wadhkur, and you mention asla, why it is mansub, because it is maf'ul bihi. Wadhkur anta, yani tadhkur. So fail plus file, and that's why we have mansub over here. So the same thing happened over here. Asla kulli wahidin minha wal fi'l alladhi ustuqqa minha, and then the word that is, or the noun that is derived from it. Wa naw'a, and yes.
Aslan, we can, why we can say asla, because the Ghairul Munsarif, this one.
La, this is mudaf.
Mulaf ilayhi is kullu wahidin.
Yes, that's right. So in fact, the word kulli is also used as mudaf. So sometimes we can have more than one mudaf alayh. So we will say that asla is madaf. Kulli is basically both. It is in the
Mudaf
place
ilayh
of
and mudaf.
mudaf ilayh and mudaf, exactly. So for asla it is mudaf ilayh, but by itself for wahidin it is mudaf. So whatever is easier for you to remember, either you can remember that this is both mudaf ilayh, or you can simply say that this is mudaf ilayh, and then the noun that follows it is also mudaf ilayh as well.
Asla means
Original. The
Original.
original, yeah. Asla, and the plural is asulun, the origin. Yani, min al asl ana min Pakistan. Originally, I'm from Pakistan. So the origin of something. So what we have today, in the previous lesson, we have seen like, or the exercise, asluhu, yani it's the original form. So what we have to do, we have to derive ismul fa'il and ismul maf'ul, right? So we know that ismul fa'il and ismul maf'ul come from a verb. So basically, we have to see the verb where they have come from. And then what we have to do, we have to mention that verb, and we have to also mention what kind of verb is this. What kind of verb is this? Is this like naqis? Is this ajwaf? Is this mudaf? Is this mahmuz? All of these forms that we have discussed in detail already. Okay, so basically this is the exercise that you are supposed to do by yourselves. So the answers are already here. However, when you are doing by yourselves, please do it without looking at the answer key so that you can do it first time by yourself, because these are the ones that are derived from the lesson. So we have Zara, Ismul Fa'il Za'irun, and now al-Fa'il is al-Ajwafu al-Wawiyu, and the original form is Zara. So al-Fa'il alladhi ishtaqqa minhu, so it is derived from Zara, Za'irun. So we have to only look at Ismul Fa'il wa Ismul Maf'ul from the lesson. Nataqa, yantiqu, nataqa yantiqu, and fahuwa natiqun. What will be the plural of natiqun? Natiquna.
ناطقون
What will be the mansub and majroor form of natiquna?
ناطقي
ناطقين. ناطقين. Una, ina, ina. So لغير الناطقين بها, as we are learning these دروس اللغة العربية لغير الناطقين بها, like the non-native speakers of Arabic language. And then from Hada, we have Al-Hadi, and we are only discussing about the ones that have been used in the lesson. We don't have to form anything, we have to only extract. Istakhrij, you have to only extract from the lesson. And from Saqa, we have Saqin, and from Hudiya, we have Mahdiyun, and from Du'iya, we have Mad'uun. Ayin, okay. Now you have to specify Ayin what? Asma?
Asma.
Yes.
أسماء
Excellent.
الفاعلين
Fa'ilina wal maf'ulina. Okay.
والمفعولين.
So now we have to specify active particles and passive particles. Fil jumal al-atiyati, in the following sentences. Wadhkur, and then we have to mention. Now look at the beauty of these books. Now the ending over here has been dropped. So now you should be able to put the case endings by yourselves, like the Sheikh says, Khalas, first time I told you, and now you have to do it by yourselves. So what will be the ending of aslun?
Asla, waskur
Waskur
asla kulli
asla.
wahidin.
أصل
Okay.
كل
Kulli wahidin
كل
minha.
واحد, yeah, كل واحد منها. والفعل الذي اشتق منها, and the verb that it is derived from, ونوع هذا الفعل, and the kind of this fail as well. Okay, why I say nawa? Because ayin, the impact of ayin continues until here. Why? Because in between we have waw, and now you know why waw al-atf. Okay, so whenever we have waw al-atf, that means the ending will be the same as is the ending of the first noun. Excellent. Abi qadin. What kind of sentence is this?
قاضي
Abi qadin.
My father is a
ما
judge. Yeah.
Judge,
Okay.
is it? Judge.
Yes. Qadin. Okay. So Abi is mubtada and Qadin is khabar. Both of them are marfu'. How both of them are marfu'?
Because this is ya is deleted. So the
Excellent. It's
ya,
ya
it is
al-mutakallim. It's basically, or we can say it's the form of Abu, Aba, Abi. So both of them are possible. Yes. But here it is used as Ab plus ya al-mutakallim, Abi, my father. So it was basically abun plus ya al-mutakallim, so it has become abi. Because we know that ya has the demand that there should be kasra before
Dhammatul
it.
muqaddara, Ustad.
Yes.
Dhammatul muqaddara. But
Dhamma
in
muqaddara
when
will
the
be,
ya
yeah,
is
dhamma muqaddara will be when you use the form of abu, aba, abi. But this is not majroor, please remember. When you say dhamma
Mudaf,
muqaddara,
mudaf.
then it will be abu marfu, aba mansub, and abi majroor. But here it is not majroor. Here it is used as marfu because it is basically, this is basically abun, as you know, abun. And you know, we have ya al-mutakallim with that, plus ya al-mutakallim. So when we have abun plus ya al-mutakallim, it will be.
So whenever we have yaul mutakallim, we say that dhamma, fatha, or kasra muqaddara only, Ustad. No.
La. This noun can be used in two ways. It can be used by itself, abun, aban, abin.
Yeah, that is
akhun.
Abu Khalidin, like that.
Yes, exactly.
Then
That will be
mudaf and mudaf.
mudaf ilayh, that's
This
right.
is
This is the original form of the word or kalima abun. Abun, okay? So we have abun plus we have ya al-mutakallim. So we know that ya al-mutakallim always demands kasra. So that's why we have to give kasra to the kalima abu.
the
When
ba.
we know, yeah, ba will get kasra. We know that when we use mudaf mudaf ilayh, the tanween disappears. Only it will be light. So only
That's why we
dhamma
say
is
dhamma muqaddara, Ustad. So we say dhamma muqaddara in this case. No,
abi.
this is how it has been taught. Because whenever this one gets clubbed with ya ul mutakallim, then the
Al-mutakallim, okay.
dhamma, fatha, or
Yeah, dhamma is
Yeah.
hidden because we can't see it. However, it's replaced with kasra. So that's why.
yes, it
we
is
need to
replaced
use-
with kasra to be compatible with ya,
with
but
ya, all right.
still
So
it is
this
dhamma muqaddara.
dhamma muqaddara. Okay. So abi is mubtada, and what about qadim is khabar. Qadim is
Qadim
marfu,
is
mansub,
where
or majroor.
It's marfu, but the marfu alal yai, which is dropped.
Yes, excellent. So it was basically qadiyun, and we know that when ya has tanween on it, it gets dropped and it is replaced by kasratain. So this is called a tanween
It's a
al-iwad.
manqus no.
It's a manqus and tanween al-iwad. Yes. Sometimes tanween al-iwad is used for the kalima, as we can see over here. And please remember that in the coming lessons we will see that this tanween can be used for the whole sentence, like yawma idhin, hina idhin. So over there it replaces the whole sentence. Here it replaces only the letter. It replaces ya only. But inshallah we will see that it also replaces the whole sentence as well. So abi is mubtada and qadim is khabar. My father is a judge. Okay, so qadim, is it ismul fa'il or maf'ul? Okay, so where is it derived from? It is derived from qada yaqdi. Qada yaqdi fahuwa qadim. So this is a naqis ya'i. Ma ajmala hadha al-bayt al-mabniya bil-hajri. How beautiful is this house made from the stone? Where is the derived form of the noun?
Mabni, bana yabni.
Bana yabni, mabniyun, on the pattern of ismul maf'ul. Excellent. Mabniyun, very good. As-sa'imun anta?
Are you fasting?
Are you fasting?
Are you
Okay.
Sa'im. Sama
Saimun.
yasum.
Sa'imun. Okay, excellent. Sama yasumu fahuwa sa'imun. Al-ajwaf wawi. Excellent. Derived from sawimun. Okay, very good. Then we have uhibbu al-lahm al-mashwiya wal-bayda al-maqliya.
Mashfiya.
Okay, mashwiya. All right. And
Maqliya.
maqliya. Okay, so I like grilled chicken. Oh, sorry, grilled meat.
Or the boiled
We eat some chicken
meat
and
by the egg which is boiled.
Boiled.
fried.
Kalay.
Masluk is boiled. This is fried egg, yeah? Maqliya. Okay. Ad-dalu ala al-khayri kafa'ilihi. We discussed in the previous lesson. Ad-dalu is derived from dalla yadullu fahuwa dalun. And what about fa'il? Don't forget fa'il.
Dalilun.
Dalilun, excellent. What about fa'ilun? Fa'ilun also here we have fa'ilun. It is basically fa'ala. Fa'ala from fa'ala we have fa'ilun. My mom said to me, ملابسك مغسولة ومكوية. Your clothes are washed and ironed. مغسولة.
غسل يغسل
Yeah, غسل يغسل. Excellent. مغسولة. Yeah.
مغسولة
And كوا يكوي.
مكوية.
كوا
مكوية.
يكوي
So they
مكوية.
are both on اسم المفعول, on the pattern of اسم المفعول. Okay. رجعت عائشة. Aisha came back. من الطائف, from طائف. في الأسبوع الماضي, the previous week or the last week. Let's see how many of them can you figure out.
Aisha.
Aisha, from Aisha يعيش. Excellent. Very good.
And Tafa Yatufu Taif.
طاف يطوف.
Excellent. طاف يطوف طائف. Very good. What about ماضي?
Mada Yamdi Madi.
يمضي ماضٍ. فهو ماضٍ. Yes, so it's used for the time. مضيت إجازتي في Pakistan. I spent my vacation in Pakistan. So that's why we say past tense, because something that has been gone or something that has been spent. Yes, something that has been used. So that's why. So Aisha from Aisha يعيش. طائف is from طاف يطوف. And then we have ماضي from مضى يمضي. Aisha is اسم الفاعل. طائف اسم الفاعل. And ماضي is also اسم الفاعل. Okay. لا تخف فإن سرك مصون. Don't be afraid. Your secret is preserved. Is safe or preserved. Sana yasunu siyanatan. Siyana, if you see the maintenance. So something that has been preserved, something that has been maintained, something that has been protected. Don't be afraid. Okay, masulun is on the pattern of ismul maf'ul. Ayn al-mas'ulu anil imtihani. Where is the person
Mas'ulu.
responsible for the exam? Is sa'ala yas'alu fahuwa mas'ulun.
Maf'ulun.
Yes. Ala tazalu na'iman. Are you still sleeping? Qum, wake up. فقد أذن للعصر. Indeed, the call has been made. The call has been made for the prayer. Yes. Na'iman.
Naimun Ustad.
Yes.
Naimun.
Nama.
Naiman.
Nama
Nama
yanamu.
Nama Yanamu.
Okay.
Naimun.
Na'imun. Excellent. Then we have La tuqbalu sil'atu al-mabiyatu. The sold goods are not accepted.
That is Mabiyatun.
Mabiyatun. It is maf'ul, right? On the
the
pattern of ismul maf'ul.
It's a
Excellent.
maf'ul.
Excellent. Ajib anis sawali at-tali. Okay. Answer the following question.
تلا يتلو.
Excellent. Tala yatlu. And fahuwa talin. Talin. And basically when we use al with that, then the ya comes back. Excellent. And Abi Hurayrata, as you can see here, now here Abi is used as Abu, Aba, Abi. Okay. So here it is used as the one of the 5 nouns. And Abi Hurayrata رضي الله عنه عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال يسلم الصغير على الكبير, and we have discussed about this. والمار على القائد, so the younger one says salam to the older one. والمار مر يمر فهو مار,
One who's passerby.
Passing.
right? Yes.
Over the
على
one who
القائد,
is
on
standing.
the one who is قائد is
Standing.
sitting there. قاعدة يقعد, sitting
Sitting.
one. Yeah. والقليل and the few number, or the one who are less. Little على الكثير to the ones who are in a big number. Okay. And وفي رواية, and then there is another riwayah. يسلم الراكب ركب يركب فهو راكب, and the one who is riding something, riding a horse,
Riding.
or the rider. يسلم الراكب, and the rider على الماشي,
One who is walking.
the one to the one who is walking. مشى يمشي فهو ماشٍ. والماشي, and the one who is walking. على القاعد,
One who is sitting.
Sitting.
والقليل على الكثير. Subhanallah. And the one, and those who are like less, they should say salam to the ones who are more in number. So now all of them you are able to understand, and mashallah, now you are able to understand a hadith and also the verses of the Quran as well. At-ta'ibu.
Most, or in the form of ism file.
Yes. At-ta'ibu taba yatubu fahuwa ta'ibun. The one who repents. The one who repents. At-ta'ibu min al-dhanbi, the one who repents from the sin. Kaman, like the one la dhanba lahu, doesn't have any kind of sin. La, what kind of la is this?
Sin over him.
La.
You forget so quickly.
La is the
La
la,
nafi lil jins. La nafi lil
the
jins.
full
La.
jins.
Look,
Like
if you
la
have
jarama.
la and after that you have fatha after that, that means absolute negation. La ilaha illallah. La rayba fihi.
Yesterday I found la
La
jarama.
hawla
La jarama.
la jarama in the Quran, yes. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. So this is la of absolute negation, as if he is pure from all the sins. So, you know, like there are conditions like how we repent, and then we make sure that we make intention that we are not going to repeat the same sin again, and we make dua and effort, and inshallah Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forgive all our sins, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgives all the sins whenever we repent to him.
Even Ta'ibun is on the pattern of Ism.
Yes,
Even
ta'ibun.
Ta'ala is on the pattern of Ism file.
La, this is verb. Ta'ala ya ta'ala is a verb.
Okay.
And it's normally it is used for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And also it is used to make fi'l al-amr. If you remember ta'ala, when it is used to drop, when the lam, ya is dropped and we put fatha. La, ta'al huna. Ta'alaw is used in the Quran. Ta'ala, come. So that is we have lam with fatha. We don't have.
Okay,
Alif.
with ta, ain, and ya maksura.
Ala ya'ulu, this awala. It's like ala ya'ulu. So the root letters are ain wa ula. And we need to know that this is only used, this verb is only used for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yes, the most high. وَلِكُلِّ قَوْمٍ هَادٍ, and for every nation there is a
هدايا
هدايا فهو هادٍ. MashaAllah, now you wouldn't forget. Okay. وقال كل نفس ذائقة الموت. Okay, ذائقة. ذاق يذوق فهو
ذاق
ذائق.
يذوق ذائق
فهو ذائق فهي ذائقة. The one who tastes, the one who tastes death, and we know that soul is feminine.
every soul tastes
Yeah, every soul will taste death. If you remember that when we use ismul fa'il, when we use it as mudaf mudaf ilayh, in the beginning of the lesson we discussed that when we use it as mudaf mudaf ilayh, then it gives the meaning of will or will be.
Will in the future.
Yes, the future, yes. So dha'iqun is ismul fa'il, dha'iqatun ismul fa'il
For the women.
For
the feminine.
For the feminine. Okay. Tunqalu salatul jumu'ati, the Friday prayer will be broadcast bil adha'ataini, on 2 broadcasting stations. Al masmu'ati, the one that is heard, wal mar'iyati, and the one that is seen. That means radio and TV. Yeah, Samia yasma'u. Masmu'un, if you remember, I told you masmu'un means audio. Mar'iyatun means video. So the prayer will be broadcast on both audio and video stations. That means it will be broadcast on TV and also on radio.
As well as on the radio.
Yes, so
these are on the pattern of the
maf'ulun, excellent. So both of them are passive particle. So this is Samia yasma'u. What about mar'iya? Root letters. Yalla.
Ra'a.
Excellent. Ra'a, yara. Excellent. And then we have fahuwa ra'in. Fadhaka mar'iyun. Yeah, and the feminine will be mar'iyatun. Yeah, so now from these 2 examples, you need to know that for every noun, whenever you make ismul fa'il and ismul maf'ul, don't forget to make feminine. For example, nasara yansuru fahuwa nasirun fahiya nasiratun. And similarly, nusira yunsuru, and nusirat tunsaru fahiya fahuwa nasirun fahiya nasiratun. So you have to make for the feminine as well, so that because both of them are used a lot in the Quran in everyday life, so you need to get used to both of them. For example, we have masmu'un wa masmu'atun, mar'iyun and mar'iyatun, dha'iqun and dha'iqatun, hadin. Okay, what will be the feminine for hadin? See, that's right. Hadiyatun, excellent.
Hadiyatun. Because the ya will come back.
Yes, ya will come back. And what will be the plural of hadin?
Hadiyuna.
La, ya will be dropped. It will be haduna. That's why once you have to write down with your hands. Otherwise, there are so many things that still need to be explored, and everything cannot be discussed, because like how many things can we discuss? But whatever you come to know, you should try to make plural from there. This is how I learned. You get one noun, you make, whenever I was able to make like ismul fa'il, okay, what will be the dual? I was confused. What will be the plural? I didn't know. So I had to figure out. Hadiyun, hadin, hadiyani, haduna. So 3 of them are different. Hadiyani, ya comes back. Haduna, the ya gets dropped. So that's how you will make. And inshallah, once you are able to make only one form, then you can make all the forms. Like every noun that comes on this pattern, now it wouldn't be difficult for you. You can make it all for all the forms. Similarly, dha'iqun, dha'iqani, dha'iquna, dha'iqatun, dha'iqatani, dha'iqatun. Similarly, we have masmu'un, masmu'ani, masmu'una. And then we have masmu'atun, masmu'atani, masmu'atun. So now it's up to you. The more you practice, the more you are going to learn. Now, inshallah, we are going to complete our lesson. The Sheikh has introduced here the extended forms of the verb and how beautifully we have completed the 5 forms of the verb. And then the Sheikh has started teaching from the 6th form of the verb, assuming that we have already completed 5. So we have completed like the first one, which is fa'ala, which is like the second one is fa'ala, sabbaha yusabbihu. The third one is fa'ala, which is jahada yujahidu. And the fourth one is af'ala yuf'ilu, which is aslama yuslimu. Yeah, and the 5th one is tafa'ala, which is tadabbara yatadabbaru. The 5 of them we have already learned, and inshallah, don't just like get confused. We will discuss all of them one by one in the coming lessons. So here the Sheikh says, Sallama alayhi ay qala lahu assalamu alaykum. So when we say Sallama alayhi, that means he said assalamu alaykum to him. Sallama yusallimu, fi'l al-amr will be sallim. So that's why we can say Allahumma salli wa sallim. We say Allahumma salli wa sallim. And similarly, we can say Sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. And we can also say Sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallim. Both of them are possible. Ittala ala al-amri, he looked into the matter. Alimahu, yani he knew it. He got information about it. Ittala yattali'u, and fi'l al-amr is ittali'. Ittali'. And this is verb form number 8. This is 8. However, some changes have taken place. It is basically ifta'ala. Ta has changed into ta, and that is for the like the linguistic reasons, like why it has changed into ta.
Because of the same makharij.
Makhraj, yeah, that's right. Ista'dhanahu fi kada, he asked for permission in something. Ay talaba idhnuhu fihi, he asked for his permission in it. So ista'dhana yasta'dhinu, and ista'dhin means to ask permission. Yes, and then we have ightanama. Istaf'ala, that's right, istaghfara, yes. Then we have ightanama, ightanama yaghtanimu ightanaman, ightanama al-fursata, ay intazaha, yani he seized the opportunity. Ightanama yaghtanimu, and if ismul fa'il will be ightanim. There is a very beautiful hadith, ightanim khamsan qabla khamsin. Take 5 things as a blessing before 5 things happen, and 5 things are like when you are free, and when you have the free time before you get busy, and your health before you become sick, your money before you become poor, and your life before you become you die, and your youth before you become old. اغتنم خمسا قبل خمس. تراوح يتراوح, if you remember, to fluctuate, and that's why we have mirwahatun, the same root letters, rawaha. So, and also in Arabic they say raha yaruhu, rah yani idhab. So all of them, they are used, basically it means to fluctuate. Like mirwahatun, mirwaha also, like keeps on moving, it doesn't stay stable.
To and fro.
Yes, to and fro. Then we have hati mudari' al-af'al al-atiyati. Then we have to give the present tense of the following verbs. Taraqa
يترك
yatruqu fahuwa tariqun. Nataqa yantiqu fahuwa
ينطق فهو ناطق
natiqun. Wama yantiqu anil hawa.
عن الهوى.
Excellent. Sahiba, easy to figure out.
Yes.
يذهب
Yashabu, excellent. To accompany.
صاحب
Yes. لا صحبة. صاحبة يسحب صحبة. Then we have هاتي جمع الكلمات الآتية. Now you have to give the plural for the following nouns. نسخة, copy.
Nuskhatun.
نسخ, copies. نسخ. هدية.
Even because it has ta marbuta, I think
ta marbuta.
it can open up Ustad.
Possibility is there,
to-
but if there is a specific, that, for example, this is on the pattern of fu'alun. So if a noun comes on a specific pattern, then the Arabs use the pattern. Otherwise, they will make it on the pattern of like jam'u mu'annath salim, right? Okay. Hadiyatun, hadaya, gift and gifts. Markaz,
Markaz.
Marakizu, Mamnu min
Markizu.
as-sarf, Mamnu min as-sarf. Okay. Fursatun,
Fursatun.
opportunity.
Farasi.
Furasun, la,
Fursun.
furasun.
Fursun.
Furasun, la, furasun.
Furasun.
Same pattern. Fu'alun, nusakhun, furasun. Both of them are on the same pattern. Fu'alun, very common pattern. Opportunities. Unwanun, on the pattern of
Anawinu.
anawinu, on the pattern of mafa'ilu, mamnu min as-sarf.
Mafailu.
Okay. Sirrun,
Asrar.
asrarun,
Asrarun.
asrarun.
Asrar.
Secrets, secret and secrets, and then we have hati mufrad or mufraddan. Okay, so what will be the mufrad of
Sha'nun. This will be
Sha'nun?
sha'nun.
Excellent.
Affairs.
And manahiju. Please remember this is
Manah.
mamnu min as-sarf.
Manhaj.
Manhaj. Okay,
It will be
excellent. So
manhaj.
sha'nun, shu'unun, affairs, and then we have manhaj and manahiju.
The curriculum.
Yeah, the curriculum. Now, inshallah, I will just, so this is what we have already gone through, all of them one by one. So what you can do, you can just have a look, write them down, as I said, and memorize them. It's up to you now, as much effort you could put. This is a summary of everything about the verbs that have 3 root letters that we have been discussing for a long time. So this is a complete summary, which includes everything salim. It includes mudaf, doubled. It includes mahmuz, mahmuz al-fa, mahmuz al-ain, mahmuz al-lam. It includes mithal, mithal wawi and mithal yai. Then it includes ajwaf, wawi and yai, and naqis, wawi and yai. This is everything about the verbs. If you are able to master this, inshallah, you will be confident. However, please remember that these are for the verbs that have 3 root letters. The verbs that are derived forms of the verb that have more than 3 root letters, or the ones that have added root letters, they will have the same, the changes will be the same, but like there will be some different patterns, but the changes will be the same. So if you are able to master these changes, inshallah, those changes will be just like a piece of cake for you. The vocabulary we are not going to discuss. You can just have a look at it. And if there is anything you can ask, and most of the things, everything we have already discussed, and you can just write them down if you need to, or you can have a look at them for the purpose of reference if you need to. So here we have, I'm sure you know all of them, right? All the verbs. So only thing aslan, the original form here, and the plural is usulun, and sil'atun we have learned today, and the plural is on the pattern of fi'alun, sila'un, which is commodity or goods, and as-sil'atul mabi'atu, sold goods, as we have discussed today. Then these are the verbs. If you are interested to know which pattern it is, and especially what you need to know is the masdar. Very, very important. You need to write it down. Masadar for the verbs that have 3 root letters will always be different. They have different patterns, and they have so many patterns. So it's like always the pattern keeps on changing. For example, here, sahiba yashabu suhbatan, fu'alatan. Here we have hasala, and we have hasala yahsulu, husulan, sala yasilu, saylan wa saylanan. Sometimes it has 2. Mala yamilu maylan wa maylanan. Dalla yadillu, we have dalalan wa dalalatan, 2 patterns. So najayanju, najatan on the afayafu, and we have afwan, and then we shifayashfi, shifa'an. So as you can see here, najat is different, shifa is different, and suhbatan is different, husulan is different, dalalatan is different. So that's why I have given it here, so that you can write them down and you can memorize them. If you're thinking like we don't need to, no. These basically, the masadr are so important that in the Quran they are used so extensively, and even in Arabic they are used so extensively that we will be surprised like where it has come from. So that's why we need to focus on them, and we need to memorize them. Similarly, we have raja yarju, raja'an, sana yasunu, saunan wa siyanatan. As you can see here, siyana, maintenance, as you can see here. Shakka yashukku, and we have shakkan. Lama yalumu, to blame someone, lauman. And the derived forms of the verb, the best thing about them, the masdar is fixed. Ightanama, ightinaman. Intahaza, intihazan. Ittala'a, ittila'an. They never change. Tarawaha, tarawuhan, they will never change. Ista'dana, isti'danan, they never change. And then we have zana, yazni, zinan, as we know, and then we have taraqa, tarqan, as we know, the masdar as when we say that. And then we have tarqun, adhana yu'adhinu ta'dhinan, to call for prayer, verb from number 2. Saqa yasqi saqiyan fahuwa saqin, to give something to drink. And then we have saqin, cup bearer. Sallama yusallimu tasliman, to greet or to say assalamu alaikum. Baydun, and the singular is baydatun. What kind of ism is this?
Like jins.
Lil jins, excellent. And then we have ahlan ahluna, and then we have sahlan ahlan wa sahlan wa marhaban. So you like came to your own people, and the construction we have already discussed. Alhamdulillah. So we have completed this lesson, and inshallah in the next lesson we will start. I guess lesson number 6. Yes, that's right. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.